Da-da! Welcome. So today I wanted to talk to you about the power of words. And this is just an English version of my French video because there are some expressions in our vocabulary that you may be using that is actually preventing you from receiving everything that you need to receive and being as great as you would like to be, simply because you keep repeating things that are actually contrary to what you want to achieve or contrary to what you want to do. And in my French video, I was taking the example in Cameroon. There's a French expression that states, I'm looking for myself. Je me cherche. And you're looking for yourself, and you keep telling people, what are you doing? What kind of job you have? If you don't have a job, and they say, oh, I'm looking for myself. It's a very popular expression that many people who are struggling, who don't have jobs, who are financially unstable will say and repeat. And not understanding that the more you repeat that, it becomes an affirmation. It becomes now something that you're giving life and power to within your own life. And people may be saying this 4 or 5 times a day to everyone they meet, and it becomes kind of something that's natural. That's why it's the popular expression that is being used within certain social classes. So we notice that the people using this expression are people who are actually having financial difficulties, professional difficulties. You won't find somebody who's actually financially stable or professionally stable using that kind of expression. So one could wonder, is it because they are facing those difficulties that they're using that expression, or is it part of the fact that you're using that expression that keeps you cornered in that kind of social paradigm? You remember, our words are very powerful. The energy that we give to our words help them take life, help them manifest into our lives, and you receive exactly what you focus on, exactly what you want to put on, exactly where you put your energy. That's where the harvest is going to come from. So if you're focusing on having a life where you're struggling, and you keep affirming that you're struggling every day, and you're telling everyone you meet that you're struggling, the universe is going to think that, your divine is going to think that, hey, the experience that you would like to have is an experience that where you are struggling, and it's going to give you just more of that. You're going to receive more of that. So one first step is to stop using this kind of expression. And so I was using an expression that's very popular in Cameroon, but I think it's a great exercise for each of us, especially now that you've made your New Year resolution, or that you've decided what goals you want to reach this year, or that you've decided the desires, all the different juicy desires that you have for 2018. So now you need to observe yourself, and you need to pay attention to the words and the phrases that you're using every single day. Are those phrases, are those words actually supporting the goal that you want to achieve this year? Are they supporting the way you want to feel? Are they supporting your achievements, and are they supporting your overall being? And so ponder on that, think about that. And once you identify these different phrases and these different words, start pulling them out of your vocabulary. Start replacing those with words and phrases that are actually going to support you. They're actually going to be positive. They're actually going to help you in reaching your goal. And that's really important. It is really important. And as much, like, for example, if you're struggling to have friends and to make friends, and you want to have more friends and to make more friends, telling everyone you know that you're kind of reserved and you're kind of timid is not going to help. It's not going to help, because you're reaffirming that aspect of your personality, that personality that you constructed based on your environment, constructed based on the experiences you've had growing up, so forth and so on. But because you constructed it, the beauty is that you can deconstruct it, you can modify it, and you can change it to be something that is more reflective of where you are now and where you want to go. So it's really important to look at those different terms. How you speak about yourself could be a way where you are actually sabotaging yourself. If you're speaking too negatively about yourself, you can even go and sabotage the great intention that you set for this year if you keep speaking things that are negative towards that, speaking things that are going against that. So just be a little bit more mindful about the type of words that you're using when you're expressing what you want, when you're exchanging with other people, when people are asking you questions. Just have that presence of mind. Just bring your goals and desires and intentions to mind, because they will help you pick the correct words, pick the words that will actually assist you. So sometimes this is a call to be a lot more slower. When somebody asks you a question, don't answer tic-tac. Take the time to think about the answer that you're going to give. Think about that answer and be, is this answer aligned with my desires? Is this answer going to be aligned with my goals for this year? Is this answer going to support my goal and my achievement for this year? I mean, it could be this year, it could be this month, it could be this week, it could be today. Okay, so you can break it down in different pieces so that you can actually have words that are going to be serving for the exact purpose that you want to. But for that, you have to be mindful of what being asked of you, who's asking you what, and what you choose to use your energy to speak about, to speak of, especially when it concerns you and it concerns something that can influence or affect your goals, your aspiration, your desires. You have to be very mindful of that. The moment you have aspiration, goals, and desires, those are little seeds that are within yourself that you need to nourish, that you need to protect, so that they can grow and bloom, and so that you can actually receive exactly what you were searching for or aiming for. But that takes you to be willing to put the energy towards that, not to be distracted by other things. The more you're going to put energy towards that, in terms of thinking and being very intentional with how you think and what you do, to not stay too far away, to not go too far astray from your goals. That's going to be important if you want to meet your goals. When people are offering you some things, proposing you something, your reflex should be to wonder, is this bringing me closer to my goal? If your goal is to reduce your debt or to increase your revenues, when people are asking you to spend money to get into activities that are going to be where you're going to be spending money, you need to wonder and say, is this aligning me with my goal of reducing my debt or increasing my income? And it can be more so. There's no wrong and right decision, in the sense that, you know, maybe you want to spend a little bit of money and splurge yourself, because that's going to help you get motivated to reach your goal, your next month goal, especially if you already reached the goal for this month or for this week or for the day. Okay, so spending money is not necessarily something negative. It becomes negative when you don't reach your goal and you actually go against your goal by doing something that's completely opposite of it, or that's actually undermining your goal. So that's why you have to pay attention. But eventually, whether you make a decision that's supportive or that's not supportive, learn from that. That's why we can say that there's no wrong way to do it, because no matter what you choose to do, you're going to be learning from that. Okay? So I hope this was useful, and of course, if you have comments, questions, suggestions, make sure you leave them below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.